back to the Sacred Epiphany channel. Today we're going to get right into fire signs. We're going to do a general reading for fire signs. So let's get going. Okay, so we're going to start with the message for this reading. I'm going to use Isis Oracle deck to set the message for this reading, or the theme. I'm still rocking with, if you caught my first ever broadcast, I was going with the theme, my ancient Egyptian theme, or my ancient Kemet theme. I'm sticking with that. The volume was a little low on the last one, so I'm going to try to speak up, but I'm also not trying to wake up my daughter. So, here we go. Whoa, that's a bit too many. So Spirit, what do you have for us? What message for the fire signs? I am a fire sign. Thank you. So this will be me too. My first reading was all about fire. Check that out. Subscribe, like, share. I'm gonna do some fun stuff over here. 2 more, Spirit, please. 1, 2. All right, thank you. So we got Spirit of Isis, Triumphant Goddess, Triumph of the Goddess. We've got Past Life, Present Power, the many spiritual faces of you. And then Life Restored, Priestess of the Phoenix. So I feel like this might be another internal reading. About yourself. It's just okay. So what we got? Spirit of Isis. I'm gonna read exactly what it says. Not exactly, but what the message is from the guidebook. Beloved Initiate, there are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Believe. So this is kind of forge ahead. Believe in yourself. Trust in yourself. Have faith in yourself. So yeah, I might be right about this being a divine channel message about personal power. Let's see. Past life, present power. Yeah, what did I just say? When the soul is growing in service to humanity, in service to the great feminine and her call, that all beings be healed and free, it gathers internal resources to assist on the path. These resources include powers and gifts from her lifetimes, from other lifetimes. You are currently integrating past life abilities, and you are guided by the oracle of past life present power to be open to shifting internally and in your experience of your own levels of power and spiritual ability. Yes, harnessing your personal power. I think I just said that. Yes. And then finally, life restored for the message of this reading. And then we'll get into some clarification with tarot. Life restored sounds ominous, or not definitive. Life restored. Spiritual resurrection is gifted to you now. Whatever part of you or your life you thought to be dead is being revived and will flourish back into life. Just as the phoenix rises from the fire signs, transitioning from death into life, so too you will rise again, healed and renewed. So yes, this is going to be personal power. So we got Triumph of the Goddess, because she holds the power, the internal power. We've got past life. You're channeling from your previous lives to give you the spark and spirit needed to restore your life force. Much like the last one, it's kind of come out of your hermit. Let's go. So yes, pretty accurate that we're going to be talking about self. This could be career, spiritual. Yeah, so never times to give up. Don't give up. So let's get into some clarification on this. Let's clarify the never give up, the triumph first. Spirit of Isis. Triumph of the Goddess. Never give up. Clarify this for us, Spirit. Let me know if you like my decks. You can let me know in the comment section or in the description what decks I'm using. One more. Let's see what Spirit has for us. Okay, let's see. Alright, Spirit of Isis, Triumph, never give up. Spirit, what is the message for that? That's 4, we'll see. I'll take them. Lots of court cards here. So we got King of Wands, the Knave of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. The Page, rather. The Page. King of Swords and the Knight of Wands. All court cards. Okay, so let's see. King of Wands. Wands, of course, are fire. So we've got 2 fire signs or fire energies already on the board for you fire signs. So the King of Wands is a bold leader. Powerful, charming. Courageous. So yeah, if you're triumphing, you need that type of bold, courageous spirit in order to move forward in that. The Page of Swords. Swords are intellectual cards. They're all about logic. decisive decision making. The Page of Swords, though, he can be kind of sneaky. Curious, but I always tend to think the Page of Swords is like gossip. Lurking. See how he's looking over his shoulder, he's kind of seeing what's around him, but curious nonetheless. So you might need that energy as you triumph forward. The King of Swords, again, an intellectual or logical energy. Again, this is another strong leader, but an intentional, like I said, logical and intentional. These people are decisive in their actions, so intentional leaders, strategic in thought. So this is all channeled energy that you probably need to harness right now. And then the Knight of Wands. I love that horsey. The Knight of Wands, a free spirit. Kind of passionate. See how this horse is kind of jovial, you know, prancing. It gives the impression of lighthearted, kind of free-spirited prance of this horse. The gold on this card might make it hard to see that in the camera, but so yeah, we're being free-spirited, we're curious, we are bold and charming and courageous. We're being thoughtful and decisive and strategic, but we're also being carefree as we triumph. Let's see, past life, present power. Past life, present power, Spirit. What? Clarify the past life, present power. Past... We got some. We got 4 again. Pardon me. 4 again. Okay. Might be the number we're going with. More court cards. So we got the Knight of Swords. We might get them all. 8 of Cups. 5 of Cups. And the Knight of Cups. So we got a lot of emotional energy here. So bringing forth your past energy, your past life energy is an emotional thing for you, as it should be. Channeling your ancestors and channeling who you were previously, whether you need to overcome challenges from your past lives, deal with emotional baggage from your past lives. But we have a lot of emotional energy here. Cups. Cups are all about your emotions, how you're feeling. So first came out was the Knight of Swords. Another gallant horsey here. Knights of Swords come in fast. They're fast talkers. They're fast movers. Their lifestyles are fast. They enjoy change. So you might have been a salesman in your previous life, just someone who was able to gifted with the gift of gab, so to speak. You were a fast mover, fast talker. The Knight of Cups. This is all about romance. To me. Knight of Cups is all about Prince Charming energy, Princess Charming, romancing. So you might have been somewhat of a ladies' man, or a popular with the fellas. A catch. All about love and light. The Eight of Cups. I'm just looking at the energy from the card. This person is bended in prayer of some sort, or homage, it appears. But the Eight of Cups is, prayer, but it's about retreat and regaining yourself, withdrawal. Symbolic of the kind of the hermit energy. But not necessarily, the hermit kind of is like a positive aspect of that. The Eight of Cups kind of is self-imposed isolation. You're retreating. But you also could be moving on. You might have had to escape or abandon something. You might have been abandoned in your previous life. You might have had to escape or move on from someone, something, someplace. Needed to retreat and go into meditation about it. And then the Five of Cups is loss, regret, grief. Again, it's abandonment. Feeling abandoned, though. Not necessarily. This might be the act of abandoning something. This is the feeling that you have been abandoned. So emotions, yeah, these are all emotions that you might have to overcome, that might be carrying you, that you might be carrying into this present life, that you need to get over, that you need to walk away from. That's probably why you have all this strong court energy over here of the power and the strength and the courage, because you're carrying a lot of emotional baggage that you need to move on from, and you need this type of strong present energy to overcome this stuff, whatever is carried in these two representations. So hold on to this to get over this. But you've got love that you also experienced. Like I said, you got romance and let's call it fast talking romance or fast talking spirit. You've got this type of wheeling and dealing energy, and then you've got romance and love. So you might want to hold on to these two. Tap into this energy, this embracing change, fast life, movement, love, romance, charming nature. And let go of this feelings of abandonment, or the guilt maybe that you abandoned somebody. What does Life Restored have for us? Life Restored, Spirit. Oh, there's another one. One more. One more, Spirit. Life restored. What? Two again. All right, so we're obviously going with the 4 theme. The Wheel. I got that in my last one. The Wheel. More court cards. Like I said, we might get them all. The Page of Wands. 8 of Swords. And the Page of Cups. So the Wheel. Fresh starts. Or not fresh starts, but fortune. Good fortune. Life restored. So that is good fortune in itself. Coming back into your pure essence. That is your just reward for dealing with this past life trauma, maintaining these types of high charged energies. You get rewarded for that, for doing that life path work. The 8 of Swords. Decisive energy again. So we've got self-imposed restrictions. It almost seems like this crocodile is holding this lion captive. But yeah. So this is all about restrictions, isolation, imprisonments. Self-imposed, though. I'd stay away from that. The Page of Wands. Page of Wands. This seems to be like he's creating something. Looks like he's artistically inclined. Which, Wands are your creative energy, your fire energy. So this is a creative idea. A new project might be your reward as you restore, as you come forth. New things. These two are in tandem. This is kind of, even the way they're placed on the board, I mean, in the spread, this is kind of channeling this here, this imprisonment, these feelings, these negative feelings from your past. Don't fall into this. They're kind of connected. This is what you're trying to get away from. And then the Page of Cups. Emotional energy again. Earth, water energy. Some new love, maybe. Service of others. Benevolence. That's what I get. Just offering yourself to the world. Yeah. So this is your reward here. Stay away from this here. I kind of want to know more about this abandonment and this negative stuff here. What are we... Because everything else is so highly charged and such high-powered energy. I mean, we've got King, Page. We got 3 pages, 3 knights, 2 kings. I mean, there is so much high power on this court cards on this spread. But then we just have this little bit of doubt and guilt and feelings of despair, and it's coming from your past, but it's trying to creep into your future. So let's see more about that. I just like to get because if you get rid of that, you are like on fire. That girl or guy is on fire if we alleviate this. It's almost like you're unstoppable with all this court energy and just rewards like in your future. So let's see. The Fool. Fool. I'm not taking that one. What is this negative energy that we're channeling? Six of Pentacles. One more, Spirit. One more. One more. Oh, there we go. And the Seven of Pentacles. 6 and 7 of Pentacles. So that's the material world. So obviously we're starting... This guy is kind of funny to me. You know, this is fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, new beginnings, new adventures. I mean, that's what's needed, it seems, to get over this. That seems to be a bridge to get over that. 6 of Pentacles. Pentacles is the earthly realm, physical realm. The 6 of that realm gives us, it lends us to being giving. We give and we receive. Reciprocal energy, rather. Generosity. And then the 7 is patience and hard work, waiting, delayed success. So maybe you had a fresh start, you were trying to be giving, and you were kind of burned for it. You put yourself out there. You took a chance. You took a chance. You gave of yourself, expecting to receive something in kind. You were hardworking and waiting for good fortune. Uh-oh, baby's up. And you got burned somehow, abandoned, or you quit. You retreated. So I think that's a level of fear that you might be carrying forth, is trying to creep in. This is fear that you might do this again. That you'll do this again and you'll get this in return. So this is trying to creep into, this fear and doubt is trying to creep in, but you need to let that go. You need to let that go. Yeah. So you put yourself out there. You were giving of yourself in your past life, benevolent, and it didn't work out. So now you're like, I'm not doing that again. I'm restricting that. I'm afraid to do that. But everything else on this spread says, do not embrace that. Let's get some paths and steps for your future. Whoa. To channel that. Let's get some bridges to bring all this together. Lessons to take with us as we move forward. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Lessons to move forward. Bridges to move forward, Spirit. There's one. We've got the cards flipped. Bridges, lessons, Spirit. Here we go. That's two. One more. Bridges. There we go. All right. What do we need to move forward? Three of Swords. Pardon me. This is pentacles or coins in this deck. Sickles are your swords in this deck. And this is the Strength card. Major Arcana. So, the Three of Swords. I'm going to have to wrap this up. Let's see. Three of Swords. This is kind of heartbreaking despair. Loss, depression. This might be what you're overcoming. Again, this kind of stuff. And then the Four of Pentacles. See how he's pleading with the heavens, or, you know, he's pleading with, he's trying to draw spirit. It's kind of like the Four of Pentacles is a greedy spirit, a desire, yearning. So you're still searching for something. You're still carrying this feeling, and you're searching for, but you finish it with the Strength. So you need unconditional love for yourself, courage to move forward and get over this. Okay, sorry, I had to step away for a second. So what we're saying is you've got feelings of loss and heartbreak, depression. This is depression, basically. You're yearning for something. You're calling for something. You're trying to draw. See this? He's trying to draw that spirit. He's asking, begging almost, the plea on his face, begging for some type of long-term security, emotional security. But you've also got the Strength. So this is self-love, unconditional, courage, respect. So kind of this kind of is a summation of what we got going on here. You're kind of fighting depression brought on by past life energy, stuff that's kind of creeping in to your future. But we can't forget about all of this power here that you have within yourself. And it's so fitting that we end with the Strength. Because bam, that's it. You've got the Strength. I know you're dealing with this. You're dealing with depression. You're dealing with a sense of yearning and want. But ultimately, you've got the Strength. I mean, how many court cards do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of, that's half the cards on the board. No. 4, 8, 12. That's a quarter, 3/4 of the cards are strong personality representations. So if you go back to the beginning, you've got the triumph. You're going to triumph. It's these many faces of you. Everyone has challenges. So those many faces are what bring you your power. You're gaining power from these situations. Whatever this is, the journey to put yourself out there, to lend yourself, to be giving, and the feelings of doubt and abandonment and being abandoned, this depression, this self-imposed isolation, this is fear, all fear of getting this again. It's all going to end up being a strength and fuel, fire fuel for being restored and getting this just reward. It's all there. That's a positive ending, but you've got some things to overcome. Yeah, we're gonna. So let's see. Pull 2 oracle messages at the end to close it out. Higher love and wisdom. I got that last time. Yeah, which is fitting for this too. You just need a higher level of self and wisdom. Listen, sacreds. This is creation of a sacred purpose. Divine parents. So we're tapping into this lineage here. Wholeness. You have a sacred purpose. You have divine protection. See this? This is actually a being. Parents, sun and moon. But it's protecting your spirit. You're guided. Vast, holy longing, desire. Where was that desire card? We had that. Instinct and sensuality. So you want this bad. You want to overcome this. You want this strength and this life restored. You want this badly. Yeah. You want this bad. So you're going to channel all of this. You know, this practical, strategic power, this intentional and solid and supportive and tolerant and empathetic, this charming and courageous. These are all the adjectives that come with this. These court cards. Creative, free-spirited. Baby's up. Curious, inquisitive, We're getting rid of that. Free spirit. Fast talking. This is some more charming energy. Romance, love. New projects, new ideas. Again, creativity, love. But the only other cards on the board outside of is this 3, and it's just such minor doubt. There's such minor energy that's being represented. Such minor, but then you know, in contrast to I mean, come on. Fire on, flame on. You got this. There are big things coming. You can go back to this. Start a new journey. Do this again. Put yourself out there. Give and receive. You know, be willing to wait for this. Start again, though. Do not embrace this. All right, one more. To close out. There we go. One more for the fires. Closing message. Closing message for fire. Alright, Spirit, what we got? Sarcophagus. Initiation. Initiation. And that just means, let's see. The sarcophagus in the king's chamber of the Great Pyramid at Giza Plateau was only ever used for spiritual initiations and never as a tomb. After about 12 years training and following initiations in the queen's chamber, the high priests and priestesses would spend 3 days laying in here as a final initiation as they traveled down in their soul to the mystical halls of Amenti below the Great Pyramid. Those that passed would have amazing powers of healing and prophecy. So we're back to, yeah, there's power, healing, restoration, triumph. Transformation and change occurs as you experience first bliss, then later a time of separation and reformation of the physical body occurs. So you may need to make some worthwhile financial sacrifices as you make positive changes in your life. A time of solitude may be needed as you are transforming yourself. So this seals the deal. But yes, you've got some work to do internally to get to that golden chalice. That just reward. But it's there. It's there. So keep working. Working through this. All the many sides of you. Embrace all the many parts of you. But don't let them stick you in there. Don't let them hold you back. Keep marching towards this restoration. See you next time.